Hey everybody, John here. Back in beautiful St. Augustine, Florida, oldest city in America, 1565. And I'm here at my favorite coin shop, Z-Man's Rare Coins. And we're gonna do a shop inventory. So let's start looking and see what we got. I want to give everybody a heads up. Whitman. If you guys want to buy anything through Whitman, use our code ZMAN20 and you'll get 20% off. Also, if you go to CDN, totally separate, use ZMAN15, ZMAN15 for 10% off. So don't forget to do that, and it'll save. Got the Red Book Quarterly. We love it. Thanks, CDN. And some of her stuff. So let's take a look at what we got. A lot of silver going on. A lot of silver. If you need anything, you know how to get a hold of it. Contact Alex, Z-Man's Rare Coins, in beautiful St. Augustine. Look at this stuff. I'm using my new phone. I'm very happy. My daughter Alex been telling me for months, new phone, new phone, new phone. I broke down, got one. It's working well. Very happy with it. A lot of shipwreck, a lot of gold. If you guys need anything, give her a call, message her, email her, and she will hook you up. There's some currency, $3 pieces, some Confederate, $10,000 gold certificate, some St. Augustine notes, 2 of them. Georgia, a tough one, a very tough note. Terrible condition, but tough. Colonial, $1 legal tender, the 1923 version. Some nice $2 bills. Black Eagle, more Colonial. $500 bill, last one left. And a bunch of mixed. And she's got a ton in the safe. And let's take a look at the coins. There's some colorized $2 bills. And some odds and ends, little stuff. She's always putting new inventory up. That stuff sells. And let's take a look. Yeah, she sells that really well. 14D, I see a 14D. And we got some new stuff coming out soon. But if you see something you like, just give her a text, give her a call, email her, and message her, private or come on down. That's even more fun. That's even more fun. And you could see the walkers here. That doesn't include the group I did a video on. She has that in the safe. So if you come on in and you say, hey, I could use some walkers. She's still got a 38D and 66. MS66, people, 38D. Crazy great. Yes, she's got some others. So take a look at this. Really nice. If you see something, don't forget, you snooze, you lose sometimes. Then in her showcase, there's a set, 16 ounces there. She's got some awesome, there's something new, baseball. Look at that piece, that's cool. There's a mourning from a dress, shawl from Martha Washington. We even got a CAC G graded coin there.
Yeah, we got a few CAC G. It's on the second shelf.
Second shelf. Oh yeah, there's some CAC G stuff. So if you love CAC G,
Got some coins.
got some. There's her ancients and all. Oh, we got Goldback. Gotta give a shout out to Goldback.
And the goldbacks are also at the very bottom.
And there's the Goldbacks. And she's got plenty more. That's just something for people to see and say, oh my gosh. Yep, display purposes. But they're of course for sale. There's a Trader B slab. Some a CAC stickered coin. And of course, in the shop, she's got odds and ends. She's got bargain bins. Of course, the awesome 2026 Red Books are here. Supplies. There's something you don't see all the time. It's framed, ready to go, Confederate. Bonds. And some little odds and ends, 2x2s. Some foiled notes and cardboard. For the kids, don't forget, there's the big old treasure chest. Woo! Look at that. Is that crazy? Bring your kids on down for the treasure chest. Red Book Quarterly's giving them out at the shop. Come on down.
They're free.
And they're free, people. Great artwork. and all the cool stuff in his shop, as you know. And then, of course, the main proprietor, Alex. Alexandria, how are you doing today?
Doing all right. How are you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Hope everybody out there is doing good. So tell us, right now, gold is getting stupid.
Yeah.
What is it? Tell me something.
What was it, like 3,400 right now? Last
Yeah.
time I saw it, it's like, oh my goodness sakes! But most people still don't even believe that this is the peak. This is not the peak. Everyone's saying, we're closer to getting to $4,000 gold than we are dropping back down to sub $3,000 gold.
And I agree with that.
Yeah, there's people speculating. Well, yeah, there's people speculating. $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 gold, which is to me a little bit more far-fetched, but $4,000 gold is not out of reach. It's definitely, I think, more plausible than getting back down to $2,800 gold, at least in my opinion.
Agree. I fully agree, and I think you people out there, is it time to buy? I don't know. If we hit 4,000, you're going to wish you bought it at 33, 34.
Yeah.
If it turns around next week and goes back to 28, you're going to be saying, darn it, I should have waited until it came down.
Yeah, because everyone thought that, a couple years ago, everybody thought $2,000 was going to be the peak. A lot of people did. Everybody thought it did. And then
right.
Look at where it's at now. Now you wish you could buy gold for $2,000
you'd have made $1,000 an ounce plus
at least,
if you bought it back then. When everybody was saying, I'm not buying it. You are 100% right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so one more question before we go. And like I said, there's her phone number.
Oh, yes.
There's the web address. But one last question. AI is everywhere. I just bought my phone. It does all kind of AI things.
Yeah,
it does everything for you to a degree. Back when you worked at NGC, I remember you, me, and Rick Montgomery, president of NGC, went to lunch. And we were talking about computer because their biggest problem is the quantity of coins that come in and not having quality graders to grade them efficiently, quickly, so orders turn around. So he mentioned that PCGS tried using computer grading. It didn't work, especially vintage. What are your thoughts on, say, the future and down the road for AI/computer grading?
I think we are not too terribly out of reach of that, at least at a proficient level. Right now, it's mostly, even though AI has come a very long way, when it comes to something as specific and specialized as coin grading, I think that is a whole nother field, because grading, it's not just a skill to acquire, it's an art as well. It's obviously purely subjective, and unfortunately, teaching AI subjectivity to the human eye, I think that's going to be one of the bigger challenges with AI, especially when it comes to, coins with extremely beautiful luster, beautiful toning, eye appeal, everything like that. I think those variables are going to be where AI might be a little bit more slowed down by it.
Or uneven wear.
Yeah, uneven
when you go the other way and you get a VG, a fine, and the wear isn't...
Or another big thing is, at least one that I was talking about with another grading professional about AI grading coins, is going to be with details coins. And I'm not just talking, coins that have been, like without a doubt scrubbed down. Like those, you can see them from, a mile away. It's like, oh yeah, that coin's been clean. I'm talking about the coins that have been lightly shammied, but the coin grading services will still give it cleaned. Or even worse, coins that have been like plugged or tooled, and they've been plugged or tooled very, very well to where AI may not be able to pick it up because it mimics the original coin design so well that, who knows, AI may not be able to pick it up, 100%. Or it just might think like, oh, well, that's probably just a minor defect, when in reality it was actually a details coin that somebody fudged with a while ago, and somebody who was very skilled at it. I'm not talking the obvious ones. I'm talking the ones that's like, even a trained eye needs to take a loop to it, or even take a microscope even to it, to figure out like, okay, yeah, somebody really messed with this coin. So I do think there is some setbacks such as that, to where human graders will still be necessary to do the grading, but right now PCGS and GC, I think a lot of the grading services are, I don't want to say suffering, but kind of dealing with an issue of a lot of their veteran graders that were around during the 90s and 2000s. A lot of them have either passed or they've moved on to other things, to where now trying to teach the new generation of, human and people grading coins, there is people passionate about it, but I think it's, it's not dying, but it is slowing down.
Right.
There were, back in the 90s, there were tons of graders. Now it's getting cut down to where, now more coins are being sent in for grading because of fear of counterfeits coming out of China and some other countries. But we just need more graders, and unfortunately, right now it's like, back 30 years ago, you can have a grading room of 20 people that can sufficiently grade all the coins within a workload, a day's workload. Now you need 30 to 40 graders to cover today's modern workload, but we're not getting that amount of graders. We're still stuck at about that 2025. We're not increasing the amount of graders that we can have. We're increasing production. There's more people sending coins in for grading every single day, but there's not enough graders to fulfill that workload. And I think that's another thing where a lot of grading companies may want to work towards AI, especially for modern coins. But, that's still, I think there's still some kinks that need to be worked out, especially with the vintage stuff. I think we are still pretty, I don't want to say very far, but I think we're still off the mark of, even though AI is crazy, it's insane, I get it, but coin grading is very specialized, and for those that don't know, coin grading is not as much as I hate to say this, whenever people talk about, AI replacing service worker jobs, as much as I hate to say this, most service worker jobs, most anybody can learn how to do your job within 15 minutes. Coin grading, that takes
a lifetime sometimes.
Years to even master, or to some people even become good at. So that's the difference. It's like, AI can replace these other jobs that take 15 minutes to learn. Coin grading takes a lifetime.
Right, like flipping a burger, you can have a robotic flip a burger. And the temperature is set, the time is set, it knows when to take it off.
It's the variables are the same throughout.
Right.
When NGC, at least when I was in, they were getting over 10,000 coins a day. Well, every single one of those 10,000 coins are different. Every single one. So there's so many different variables, and of course, it's obviously dependent on, the coins, the graders, time of day, because there's the art of submitting coins. I know, like, Jeff Garrett did a video on that, on the art of submitting coins, and then just all those. There's just so many different variables, and of course, just every single coin. Like I said, luster, marks, eye appeal, toning, details, coins. That's just a whole nother realm. It's not as simple as burger flipping. It's an entire skill and art that needs to be learned. And teaching AI that, I think it is possible, but I think we're still far from making it perfect.
Yeah, and a lot of the big higher-end graders, they have gone on, maybe not to get out the field, but they love grading services because the big coin companies are paying them to be their experts for buying higher-end coins, and so you're losing that expertise at the grading service, and these coin companies, the big ones, Littleton or Silver Dollar, or just big ones.
Yeah, just even the big bullion guys.
Yep.
They'll still submit, the auction houses.
And they'll get the experienced graders, put them on their payroll, and take advantage of their skills. And the grading services, and generally the public who submit, is losing out.
Yeah, there's no shortage of acquiring people that have that skill set.
Right.
Heck, even after I, got out of NGC and Heritage, I was offered numerous jobs in the numismatic field because of my experience and what I know. So, unfortunately, the grading services, and I'm not trying to throw grading services under the bus, but when they do have good quality graders, unfortunately, other big companies in the industry recognize that value, and if they recognize, let's just say this grader is getting paid, $100,000 a year, which, not too bad of money, But if they're making a certain company $900,000 a year, and that's not just grading services, that's just a company in general, whether or not they work for, a bullion company, an auction house, grading, wherever they work, it's like if they were getting paid $100,000, but they're making that company $900,000, what's to stop another company coming on in and saying like, hey, we know you have the potential of making us $900,000 to $1 million. Well, instead of you making $100,000, we'll offer you $250,000. What's to stop different companies from competing?
And the grading service hurts because they don't want to pay it maybe, or whatever reason, and then that person goes to that, and then you're getting less and less experienced graders, and that's why there's so much discrepancy. You turn a coin in, and you're unsatisfied with the grade, you crack it out, you send it back in, and
There's a lot of different things going on with the grading scene right now, and it is definitely changing. With like NGC, PCGS, CATG, Annex ICG,
yes.
These companies, they are pulling in, millions, not, actually
Right.
hundreds of millions, especially the top ones, and the graders are the bread and the butter.
Of course.
They really are, and the good thing is, at least with those jobs, without a doubt, unlike, burger flippers, nothing against them, they are not at risk of losing their jobs, but it's almost like, they have so many opportunities, whether or not if they want to stay in the grading field, which they can totally 100% do, because there is a lot of opportunity in these grading companies such as NGC, PCGS, CACG. There is a lot of opportunities, but these more and more companies need to recognize value of where it's at, because they know that AI is not going to take their job for another probably at least a decade, maybe more, because even though AI is moving along, I think vintage coins, is still a little bit off. It still may be a couple handful of years before AI catches up, at least with doing vintage. Modern, totally obtainable, even in today's technology. Vintage, I think we're still a little bit off, mostly when it comes to uneven wear, details, coins, and of course just overall eye appeal.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Alex. We appreciate your input from an expert. There she is, Alex. Everybody, thank you very, very much. We want to throw a disclaimer. We love burger flippers because there's some great burgers out there. There's one we just had today for lunch. Outstanding. Thank you to all you burger flippers for keeping America strong. We love it. And we'd like to ask you in the comments, put down something you want to know about, learn about from our expert back there in the next video or the next 2 or 3 videos down the road.
Shout out to the coin graders.
Coin graders, thumbs
Shout
up.
out.
Let us know what you want to learn about. Alex will tell you some more good things. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Enjoy. Come on out to St. Augustine. Take care, everybody.